Swamp Sessions. Dan Hicken and Jeff Prosser's unfiltered reaction to today's Gators game. Driven by Atlantic Infinity, North Florida's #1 Infinity retailer. Live from Voodoo Brewing Company in San Marco.
Rather than talk about that pathetic 3 hours that we'll never get back,
man,
I thought tonight I'd focus on something different. I thought tonight I'd talk about my recent trip to Augusta.
Okay.
You can ask me any question you want, but I need to leave here feeling happy.
Well,
yeah. It's
definitely a happier place.
Oh, it's a wonderful place.
Sure.
And,
I talk about mowing the yard. I had more fun doing that.
Yeah. I cleaned my son's porch today because I'm watching his dog.
Okay.
And so that was fun. That was more fun than what we did.
I went shopping. I went to the
Did we?
Yeah, I went to the grocery store with the missus today. So
all right.
Yeah, that was good.
All right. That's not too bad. I did some laundry.
Did a crossword puzzle.
Okay.
Yeah.
What a pitiful, pathetic bunch of losers that represent our school. What a bunch of – and listen, you guys are getting paid. You can all leave. You're a bunch of quitters. They quit. They played Kentucky tonight. Kentucky sucks. Sorry, Junibug. They haven't won a home SEC game since they beat Florida.
Yeah.
10 games ago. 10 games.
No,
2 years.
Is there anything worse in sports as a fan than seeing players on a mediocre team taunt you?
Did Kentucky?
Like, it's the worst. Like, when a crap team is beating you and they're taunting you. And what are you going to do? What can you do?
Nothing.
You're letting a crap team beat you.
What an embarrassment. Did Kentucky punt? I don't think they did.
I don't think they did either.
I don't think Kentucky punted.
Fumbled it once.
Yeah. I don't think
Kentucky
punted. I watched two extremely average running backs go through us like a knife through butter. Our defense tonight, what a bunch of quitters. They should be embarrassed. I would leave them all up there and tell them, go play for Kentucky. They keep telling me Billy's got these 4- and 5-star recruits. Where?
Well,
where are they?
And look, it's a fair question. The only thing I would say, and this is not meant to be a disclaimer at all, but, man, that injury list going into this one was like 14 week 1 starters.
Yeah.
We are really down to bare bones. But this is why when you argue, and it's not an argument for me, I would have canned that guy up to South Florida. This is the worry when you change a coach in the middle of the year.
Yeah.
They let it all out there last week and came
Well, here's the problem.
Came up short, but you can. It's 12 weeks.
We need to fire the interim coach tonight. I mean, listen, part of Billy Napier's problem
Don't hire any more Billies.
was his commitment to his staff, which is absolutely not good.
Okay.
The coach the organization stinks from an interim president down, from the athletics director who best hit a home run with this hire. Do they care about football? Because, listen, I don't have any grand expectations. I didn't really think they'd win tonight, quite frankly.
No, I didn't.
But to not be
expect to
competitive
play.
against that team, and now we'll start on the biggest problem of all, which is the quarterback. You guys all wanted to see the backup. You saw him. He did fine.
Right.
But he ain't the guy either. Whoever the new coach is better hit the portal like Miami does. Better call South Carolina and NC State and schools with good young Lenore Sellers has struggled, but the NC State kid's been pretty good. There are quarterbacks out there. You better go find one for next year.
Or just let Lane bring one of his.
Or let Lane bring one of his.
I mean, Lane, we're going to be there next week. Lane, we expect you to get on the plane, come back.
Oh, we go to
and
Ole
bring
Miss
a quarterback.
next week.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah,
that's great.
We get Ole Miss next week.
Wonderful.
Yeah, it should be fun. The Lane Kiffin Bowl. Yeah.
We are the worst team in the SEC.
It might be right.
Honest to God.
Who's worse?
I don't know.
Mississippi State, maybe?
No.
I mean, we did beat them.
At home.
I know, but, yeah.
We're the worst team in the SEC.
It feels like it.
We are the worst team in the SEC.
I think at this point of the year, it's hard to argue.
We have no.
There's just
like Auburn. Auburn is one of the worst. They showed fight.
Well, they did their Georgia game. Like it's week 1 with the interim.
Yeah,
like LSU showed their fight tonight too.
Yeah, that's true.
And then next week, what is Auburn? What is LSU? What are we going to do?
Well, I know what we're going to do.
Fat egg.
Dear FSU fan, I know that it's a tough time for you right now. Hang in there. You've got 1 win left on that schedule at the end of November. They'll beat us. We're not going to win another. The only hope is the swamp. But FSU, Tennessee, Ole Miss is going to just.
They probably got a little mad on from
mollywop us. Yes.
We could get mollywopped.
Mollywop.
Yeah, look. That's
what happened to what happened to Antoine Childs and Miles Graham and this linebacking core? I know our D-line's a little beat up, but they were all Tyreek Sapp. Where are these guys? The defensive backs tonight, did it not seem to you in watching a quarterback named Cutter Boley?
We got beat by a dude named Cutter Boley. Carved us up, by the way,
when Cutter,
like a turkey knife.
When Cutter threw the ball,
such a thing.
When Cutter threw the ball across the field,
Cutter.
Did it not take about a minute and a half to get there?
That's enough. You got
and
2
our
minutes.
defensive backs would just. I watched the running back go out and I watched the corner Moore. I said he's throwing it to him. I watched this from home, and Moore goes in and then turns.
Kentucky offense is running you around circles.
Kentucky
you got an issue. 500 yards
has
offense.
A terrible offense.
500 yards.
Yeah.
500.
Honestly, Jeff, I'm 62 years old. Really one of the worst, most embarrassing nights of Gator football in my history of watching.
I was
honest to God, because of who we were playing, and because they never punted, and because listen, at least a couple years ago when we went up there, and remember they were running. It was
similar.
Was it Ray Davis though?
Yeah, that felt similar. 40.
These guys, these 2 kids playing for Kentucky.
Yeah, they're not that good.
No.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
None of them are any good.
I'm trying to find some rationale in just the injuries that piled up.
No. The rationale is this: Kentucky could keep Bob Stoops. They keep him for another year. Mark Stoops, whatever his name is.
Did you hear this stat that including interim since Mark Stoops got to Kentucky, this
8.
is coach number 8?
Yeah, 8.
Doesn't that say something? Oh, by the way, about 3 of ours, Kentucky has been to the SEC championship game, so suck on that while you're at it.
31 wins in a row. And
now they lost 5 out of 7.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the
it
state
can't
of the
get
program.
much lower. We're the worst team in the SEC, man.
Lane's coming to fix things.
He better be.
He's coming.
I hope so.
That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing talks have
it's a lot of
taken place.
There's a lot of good buzz.
There's
a quiet confidence.
Yeah, I'm not ready to go reporting things, but we talked to the people we talked to.
Yeah.
I'm hearing things they've had sat down with the dude.
Yeah.
So I believe that.
I will say this though, and I said this on the show last week, and I'll say it here on Swamp Sessions. Lane Kiffin should tell them the exact structure, exactly what he needs.
Yeah, he is.
Money-wise, and by God.
That's where they are.
By God, Florida, you better find it.
You know what I'm hearing?
You better find it.
What about this number for a coach? What about 20?
I don't.
Is that outrageous?
It is outrageous.
Does that sound
it's
feasible?
Dumb. I want the money to go to the.
What does it make now? What does the highest coach make now?
I think Kirby's like 13.
13?
Yeah.
The 20 could have been the total. What does each school spend these days, Hick?
20.
They spend 20?
Roster.
Maybe that was the number.
I think Tech spent 28.
I think that might have been the
there was a great
I was
story
communicated by text. I think maybe the 20 was the money expected for the budget.
There was a great story on Texas Tech and ESPN this week. And the Georgia Tech defensive end.
Texas Tech or Georgia Tech?
Georgia Tech defensive end transferred to Tech. He was making $250 as a junior at Georgia Tech. Mm-hmm. He wanted a raise to $500. Mm-hmm. Georgia Tech basically told him to pound sand. Texas Tech took him. Texas Tech has built one of maybe the best defensive line in college football for $7 million. They didn't give him $500. They gave him $1.5 million.
Well,
and he's responded. They got a kid from Stanford, a kid from Georgia Tech.
They got it from all over.
Yeah, but they spent $28 million.
Got to spend it the right way, and they seem to have. Now they've also. I will say this: I'd be a lot more willing to throw around $25 million into Big 12. I'd feel like I could build the best team there real quick. Well, there's no guarantee here in the SEC you're going to do that.
No,
now, I'm not saying don't spend it. You do.
LSU
did it, Hick.
You ought to be able to buy the playoff.
What kind of year are they having? They did it. They went and spent all. They tried to buy their way in. It didn't work a bit.
But they bought Patrick Payton. And FSU's no good. Jack Pyburn from Florida hasn't done anything.
Yeah.
So those guys haven't done.
I think it'll be hard.
That's why. That's why the general manager is so important now in college football. He has to help you build it's the NFL. It's mini NFL. You have to build a structure, a program like an NFL team.
And I tell you what else makes it harder. It's like the NFL, but your quarterback has to be ready immediately.
Yes.
Like the NFL, because in the NFL you have an indefinite amount of time to try and win a championship.
Yeah.
In college, you got to win one every 4 years, right?
Yeah.
That's like resets the clock. So if you get a quarterback like DJ Lagway, if you're in the NFL, well, he'd be coming back next year, and then the next.
As soon as he threw the first pick,
no, he's lost his game.
I thought LSU.
He's just not very good.
He would have thrown 5 or 6.
He said. I mean, I'll give Billy Gonzalez credit for one thing. At least he was willing to take him out.
Well, he had to.
But Billy Napier had to, and he didn't.
Yeah. That's fair.
That's all I mean. So, look, DJ, I will tell you this. There's no concern in this coaching turnover about the personnel at Florida. That's one thing you don't have to worry about. Oh, we may lose so-and-so.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't matter.
Like before the year, it would have been DJ Lang would have been so important.
Yeah.
I will say this, man. It did work out that way. We said from the beginning of the year, this is as much a DJ Lagway success story as it was Billy Napier, and now it's a DJ Lagway failure. As maybe not as much, but in addition to the Billy Napier failure. And don't make no mistake. I said it earlier in the year, and I'll say it now, we're almost done. This is the most disappointing season from what you expected. It's the biggest flop in Florida football history, DJ Lagway and the way he played this year.
Stunning.
It's the biggest flop in the history of Gators sports. How somebody was expected to play and what they ended up being.
DJ Lagway was giving me Bobby Sablehouse vibes.
He's not good.
Bobby Sablehouse vibes. That's how bad. And for those who don't know, Bobby Sablehouse was the #1 quarterback in the country, much like DJ Lagway in high school, came to Florida. And, well, the funny thing was they knew it right away. He couldn't throw. So he's now a Hollywood producer.
He had that looping something
going
on.
Sort of crazy thing. But DJ Lagway, the throws he made tonight, the pocket presence is just a train wreck. It's just terrible. And
the offensive line has completely disappeared.
The offense is a disgrace.
It's a disgrace. You hand the ball off.
And the defense was worse.
3 defensive linemen right there in the back.
Jaden Baugh is trying to spin. All Kentucky said is, all right, look, 13's not beating us.
Yeah.
Or you go ahead and throw. We know you can't throw, and they can't.
Well, and especially with no receiver.
Vernell played. Ada Mizell played.
I know. But this is a team that needs Vernon, Eugene, Dallas. They need them all. Yeah. This team does. Yeah. They're not good enough. They don't have quality depth enough to lose guys and not become worse than mediocre teams. And Kentucky, make no mistake, is at best a mediocre football team. And I'm with you. Look, I'll tell you the one thing I said to myself driving in, I'm surprised South Florida didn't beat us by 2 touchdowns.
I know.
We're terrible.
Terrible. And we also quit.
It was the first time. We'd give him credit for fighting.
If I was a general manager, it's unacceptable. If I was a general manager, I wouldn't pay him this week. I wouldn't pay him. It's disgusting.
Get a lot of helicopter
parents. It's disgraceful. It makes me nauseous. I'm embarrassed. All Gator fans should be embarrassed by what the product that they put out there tonight. Unacceptable.
Well, I got two.
It better get fixed. We
got to get the right coach.
And it better get fixed
the right coach
away.
Fixes it. I will say this, at least for me, we all have our own rooting
because
history.
Scott Strickland has torn this football program to pieces.
Yeah, he doesn't know what he's doing.
To pieces.
Yeah. He's
It's a joke.
Yeah. The LSU, the Louisiana governor, just for good measure, should have just thrown Scott Strickland into his press conferences, even though he's not in charge of him.
That would have been nice.
I will say this, which means he'll probably hire one of the two.
Yeah.
We all have our favorites who you want Florida to focus in on.
Yeah.
at the same time, there's other guys that are mentioned that you really kind of don't want.
Yeah.
And two that I don't want threw up all over themselves today, so hopefully they cost themselves any further.
Who's that?
Drinkwitz can't beat anybody any good.
Yeah.
Bring that guy near Gainesville, I give up.
Well, he's got a third. He's got his
I don't care.
He's got his third quarter.
Well, we got our 15th receivers, and it didn't matter. We lost to Kentucky. You're at home. You lost by 21 to a team that Billy played closer.
Yeah.
So, and the second is this Jed Fish, and any momentum he ever gets. You lost at home to Wisconsin. You lost to Wisconsin.
Yeah.
So please stop with those names.
Yes.
I would rather take
John Gruden.
I would. James Franklin than these two guys.
Yes. 100% James Franklin. And James Franklin is playing it right. He's patient. He's waiting. He got Auburn, LSU, and Florida.
You know, I brought up James Franklin that first weekend. Everybody's like, ugh. But now that it cooled the water, the temperature settles a little bit. You know, look, it's a dangerous place now. I mean, you find yourself as a Gator fan just wanting somebody can have you get you in a playoff.
Yeah.
I mean, you used to start the year, you want SEC and a chance at a natty. We're so far from that.
Oh, yeah.
It's gross. That's all on Strickland's watch, man.
I'm telling you, we should be 16 in the SEC. I really don't know what team is. I don't. I honestly don't know.
I don't know who we would beat if we played them next week.
Yeah.
If it weren't in the swamp, I don't think a single one of them.
No. Ole Miss can name the score.
If they want.
Yeah, they can name the score. And then – what do we have? Tennessee and FSU?
Tennessee at home. We might get Tennessee.
I doubt it.
Yeah. No, I know. Here's the problem, though. If they get – that's 3 – what are we done? No, yeah, we're done. 3 and 6?
Yeah. Who do we don't have a quarterback.
Yeah, no, we don't. I mean, it'll be DJ again. The kid just – I don't know how –
He's lost it.
Well, he's had like a moment here or there.
Yeah.
Or even a game that's okay, but he's just so inconsistent. He's not getting any better.
I just don't understand. I don't get again, if you watched him last year as a true freshman, it was the excitement was. I
do think this though, Hick. I really do. I think if you ask a lot of Gator fans, what were DJ's numbers last year, and they said, 20 touchdowns.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about that. I understand that. It was 12-9. I get that.
The throws themselves, the individual
throws were out of this world. You get a little fine-tuning. They always make the jump from their freshman to sophomore year.
Yeah, he's missed those down. Like today, that crossing route, he threw behind him.
Golly, man.
And the ill-advised way, like he seemed to be a smarter. I don't.
Down the middle of Jordan Rodgers. Every week we got a different former SEC quarterback
telling us how bad
he is.
Yeah, that's fair.
And they had to say, get him out. All right. So anyway, look, it's a low point. It's a low point.
It gets lower,
and it's going to stay there until the season gets over. And the only thing that can save the ship that is sunk
is the right coach. Not a coach.
No.
The right coach, because we're good at finding coaches.
Yeah.
We got to find one about every 3-4 years. Finding the right one is pretty hard, because if you're not
on this group led by Scott Strickland to get it right.
Yeah, Strickland can't.
And whatever that coach wants, he gets. Financially, he gets. There's no nickel and dime in this BS anymore.
Right.
You got to go all in if you want to win.
Yeah.
Or you tell us you don't give a crap about football anymore,
and we'll
stop coming.
Yeah. That's fair.
Because they've sold out 17, 19 in a row.
It's not right that there are 40 colleges around the country that are trying harder than you are.
Right.
It's one thing if you're trying and you're not even trying.
No.
You're behind.
You can't be.
By the way, Florida's not a poor school, Dan.
No.
It's ridiculous.
We got alumni everywhere.
It's just, and Scott Strickland's an embarrassment to the athletic directorship. He has been forever, and they've got there's no stones down there. There's no testosterone within the university to make hard choices and put accountability and
speak the truth,
expectations, man.
Speak the truth. All right, that Swamp Sessions
it's a good
off
one.
to Oxford.
Sure.
Should be a lot of fun next Saturday
the Grove.
night.
It'd be fun in the Grove.
Thank you again to putting the Gators on at night.
Yeah.
That's outstanding.
What time are we getting done tonight? About 11:30?
They told me it was a 7 o'clock kick.
Tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, that was disappointing.
And then didn't they say 7? They said 7. They pushed that sucker because they kicked that one at 4. that other game
And
at
then
4.
so they changed their
Vandy
mind.
Auburn, and then they pushed 7th. Yeah, they screwed us.
Yeah, and then you wait till 7:30, and then they play like they did tonight, and it's just it makes it really hard to like show up and do this with a straight
I don't know. Like
face.
I said, I didn't think they would win. I didn't think they would ever play as embarrassingly poorly.
You know what we
as they
should do
played
next
tonight.
week for Swamp Sessions?
What?
Have you ever seen that old video? This is like the first YouTube video, and there's this monkey sitting in a tree.
Yeah.
He like sticks his finger up his butt, he smells it, and he just falls out of the tree.
Yeah.
Let's just run that on a loop for like 25 minutes,
I
like
that.
Saturday night.
I think that's what we
Swamp
might do.
Sessions. Ah! Poof. Poof. Swamp Sessions. Ah! Poof.
Good night. Good night.
Catch Swamp Sessions with Dan and Jeff after every Gators game live from Voodoo Brewing Company, driven by Atlantic Infinity. This one is done.